Hey guys, what's up? It's 6:10 in the morning, it's a Monday morning, and this is a pretty one for a couple of reasons. First of all, thank you to Daniel for suggesting the Prettier Lichess plugin. I've got this for Chrome. So here's a Lichess game. I'm going to show you the game in a minute. It's just a 5-minute blitz, it's a load of fun. But we have this Prettier Lichess plugin, and it allows you to change your board colors, for example, and the colors of the arrows. Now what it doesn't do is go to solid highlights, which is, I think I prefer that on chess.com. That'd be really cute if they could do that, but this is really nice, and this is kind of close to the default, really. So you can change it, you can hit save, you can then export your profile and stuff like that. But this just feels really nice. Anyway, let me take you through this nice game. So, it's an e4, e5. This is a 5-minute blitz game. My opponent's rated 1677, so kind of the same as me. So we're going for the Göring Gambit. This comes from the Scotch. I mean, in theory, you could get it as well from the Danish Gambit fully accepted. I'm not keen on this mint color. Should we go and let's go and change that. So primary, secondary. This is for so move indicator. So this is the last move. This is okay. Let's have a play with that though. Let's change it to something like this. Is that good? Oh yeah, there we go. That's a very pleasant color. Okay. And the move indicator, I don't know. Primary arrow, well, on chess.com it's kind of like this, so let's try that. Yeah, that's quite nice. Yeah, but it's very, very, very simple to do. You just click that again, and sorry, wife is shouting at the dog who's probably chasing a cat or something. Yeah, this is nice. Anyway, so there we go. Okay, so black takes. I push a second pawn. This is very much like the Danish Gambit, except we've started with the Scotch. We have these two knights out in the first place. They take, and now out comes the bishop to c4, targeting obviously the f7 pawn. Sorry guys, I've got a clash. I know, look, OCD, but okay. So I'm gonna make my let's copy the hex for this one, and I'm gonna make my primary arrow a version of that. How does this work? That's not too bad. Okay. Carrying on. So we're targeting down at f7, obviously. Queen comes out. So this is an interesting one. This is actually this is the move that I play against the Danish Gambit. I decline the Gambit. I take the first pawn here, and then I play my queen out to here. Okay, so the queen is potentially somewhat of a target. So I decide to castle. I think the general rule is if they do something like h6 or something quiet, you generally castle, prepare to get your rook to e1 if you can. And now we have d6. So what's interesting about this is that it negates this move, by the way. I've had this a couple of times, because the bishop just comes out, skewers the queen, and then they can remove this bishop. Now I do lose this bishop, interestingly. So now that the queen is here within range of this knight, you have to be thinking about these knight moves. Queen very often comes to one of these squares to defend f7. In many cases, actually, d7 is the best square, because apart from anything else, she's out of range of this knight on the light square here, right? So there we. Oh, that's not very nice, is it? Okay, but don't worry, guys. I'll fix this. We'll get back to you. So yeah, out comes the knight. So we've got a big development lead for the cost of one pawn, right? Is it even for the cost of one pawn? Yeah, we're a pawn down. So I've castled. I've got both knights and a bishop out in the board. But it's black to play. Out comes the bishop. I decide to put my bishop here so that if he takes, I can recapture with the knight. I'm hitting the queen. I'm hitting c7. I thought that was kind of an interesting move. They bring out their knight, and now I decide to mess up their pawns a little bit. So they've got now 3 pawn islands. And this bishop as well is very much inconvenienced over there. So queen comes out now with a bit of tempo, threatening to capture the pawn on c6. Bishop retreats, which is what I expected to happen. Now my other bishop flies out. So you've got to be front foot pressing all the time. We have a single kick, we have a double kick, boom, and bishop drops back to g3. So this is quite a nice like defensive structure here. Also, you've always got your eyes on the king and queen when they're both in line on the e-file. Black prepares to castle, and I go in for the kill. Right, so my bishop's now defending this pawn. I'm attacking the knight, I'm attacking this pawn. They capture, giving themselves these doubled isolated pawns on the c-file. And now I can take, and the reason is because I've simply got 2 defenders, and this is now only defended by the queen. So I can capture. This is a discovery against my queen. I push forwards to a5, again targeting this pawn. I don't want to give black a moment to be able to castle or catch his breath, right? And look at black's position here. It's ugly. It's not nice. Black, despite being 1 pawn in front, is just having a torrid time with all of this. So this is a discovered defense by the queen. So the queen now defends c7, but still black is very much playing catch up. I actually have 2 attackers on this pawn. I could simply capture. So I capture with the bishop, and black now takes the opportunity to castle. So what has he got? He's given his pawn back, and look at his situation, right? These pawns aren't clever, right? The bishop that it chased off is now over here causing trouble. This bishop arguably comes with the threat of messing up my pawn structure. But in general, and he's got this horrible isolated pawn on the c-file, he's got an isolated pawn on the a-file, right? White, however, despite being the Gambit player, has it all going for him, you know? So, rook f2 e1, hitting the queen. Queen slides out of the way, and in comes the knight. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. So I'm hitting the bishop, I'm hitting the queen. And the queen now comes over to here. Now, this is my opportunity. I could take out the bishop, right? Oh yeah, so a double attack. There we go. Knight comes into g6, hitting this rook, right? But also with a discovered attack on the queen. Now, then I'm thinking, is that going to backfire? Because of queen g4. So black now threatening mate on g2. And I'm starting to think to myself, maybe I should have taken out the bishop. Now, I can't come back here and fork the queen and the bishop again because I just get mated. I do obviously have bishop g3, but can you find a better move? So the move that I found, and the final move of the game, in fact, is knight to e7, check. So it's a different attack on the bishop, a different fork. I don't come here and fork the queen, I come here and fork the king and the bishop, and in this position black actually resigns. So let's have a quick look at the analysis board, and with Stockfish on, go back to the start of the game and see how we did. Very much liking this like mauve colour. Okay, now this we all know is bookity book, but white's better here actually. This move is not good. In this situation, this move of Queen e7 is not good. So actually, knight takes c3 is the machine's recommendation, threatening to come in, attack the queen, attack c7. This is all normal, but I figured castle. Castles are just slightly behind. Okay, now we capture with the knight. Bishop in front. Computer didn't like this. Computer says knight to d5 is better, pressuring the queen. But bishop b5 is again the second move. It says move your queen out the way, and now bishop g5 is not what I played immediately, because after b takes actually they're better. It says bishop g5 and pin the knight, or rook e1. So bishop g5 is this, or rook e1. Okay, but I'm kind of happy here. But it's only +4 actually now for white here. Queen out, it's only +2. It says queen c2 is better. Okay, so queen c2 threatening to come in here. No, surely not, because pawn takes. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Okay, so now bishop f4. Okay, I play bishop f4. Why bishop f4? It's just looking at these pawns. e5 is the second move. Okay, but I play this with the pin. Kickity, 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 kick. Again, white is only slightly better here, but remember, we're not playing against Stockfish. Okay, we have finger to the bishop, and now e5 is best. In fact, it's the only move that leaves white better if your first name is Stock and your second name is Fish. Okay, here it says rook fe1, then knight takes, and then bishop takes. I play the third move, but they're all marginal differences here. Okay. So yeah, no, we played this all right. We played this all right. Decent opening, but yeah, definitely big fan of the prettier Lichess and the ability to customize the board. Would be great if we could go for the solid things, but actually, I don't know. I kind of like these colors. Anyway, thought you'd enjoy that one. Nice game, nice little finish. Thanks for watching. See you later.